What's up everybody, it's Zenhorse and welcome back to Who Murdered Sonic the Hedgehog. We are now in the saloon car. We're looking for Amy and Tails. We just escaped the closet and now they've gone missing, and we still gotta find out who poisoned Sonic. Amy, are you here? I looked around, I don't see her. I think Amy's already gone on ahead. It seems she's really excited. Did you need something from me? Yeah, just a question really. How do I put this? What if Sonic is actually hurt? Ha 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 ha. He's laughing? Sonic doesn't go down so easily. He's on a train full of his friends. Nothing would actually happen to him. We're just all really committed to the mystery for Amy. You have nothing to worry about, promise. Plus, Sonic likes to take a nap in a lot of strange spots. He's fine. He's making a lot of sense, but I can't shake what Sonic said to me. Is this really part of the murder mystery game, or is there something deeper happening? I need more evidence to figure out what's going on. It's my job to keep an eye on you. Actually, both eyes on you. And ears. The train rules say I gotta stay and watch after everyone. You just want to hang out with me, don't you? I could see it in your eyes. Guilty. How is everyone great at reading people but me? Well, he's got that deductive reasoning. As I said, the best detectives have sidekicks, so I'm happy to have you. If you ever catch me looking glum though, just know it's because, where's my lore card? The last guy to work a case with me ditched our practice to join the evil Dr. Eggman. Not a proper detective without baggage. This is true. Your varmints? Hi, Knuckles. Where's his holster? What are you all doing in my saloon? He's trying so hard to stay in character. Knuckles, we're trying to figure out who murdered Sonic. I can see that. Amy moseyed through and told me about it. Cough. Enough of that. Wonder how long he kept that voice up for Amy. We were wondering if you could tell us what you were up to before the murder. Anything to help us establish your alibi and... Nope, I have nothing to tell either of you. Leave me alone. He's obviously agitated about something, but why take it out on us? I know better than to argue with Knuckles, so it seems we're on our own. Sllim Shady, we need to figure out what Knuckles was up to while we were all apart. Let's investigate for clues, and then interrogate. Right, let's do it! Okay. There's Knuckles, realizing how much he is a lot like Shadow. Very quiet, arrogant, and antisocial. Kinda like me. Ooh, wanted, that's a Chow. Decent cash reward for finding this robot. Maybe I'll keep an eye out. Poor Amo Chow. Hate to see him like this. What'd they do? Medical malpractice. Interesting. Omnichow, those are in the games. If you hover over them, they tell you what to do. Oh, the hand. The robotic arms here are really helpful. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. What's the arm doing to my hair? He fixed it up a bit. That's incredible. What interesting tech. Uh-oh. Should I fear for my job a little bit? How well can it microwave? Yeah, I'm just glad it didn't make for my groin area. Ooh. Those Cocoa Puffs? Ah, the bowl of assorted nuts. The classic saloon snack. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Kinda bland. Huh. Seems like someone licked all the salt off of them. What? Patooey! Yeah, I feel the same way if I had that thing happen to me. Or maybe they're just unsalted. Yeah, we're gonna pretend they're unsalted. Ooh, that looks like Captain Crunch logo. A cactus, some beers. Ooh, the booze. Sllim Shady, this is interesting. What is it? It's just a few cold used cups. Sure, but why are there 3? Knuckles was really thirsty. Sllim Shady, this one has lipstick on the rim. I see it right there. That's not Knuckles colored at all. Someone else must have been here. We should log this. Used cups are added to your inventory. I betcha it was Rouge because she has red lipstick as well. And she's, you know, very flirty. Okay, this leads outside? That's funny. The door's locked tight. We can't go any further. I wonder how Amy was able to leave then. Good point. When were these doors locked and how long were they locked for? We'll have to keep this in mind. Why can't you just crawl underneath it? Or just punch it and kick it? Knuckles could do it. Is this one empty too as well? Something's always hidden in the trash. Let's check there. Bingo. Sadly, this one is empty as well. I'm starting to think your theory on something always being hidden in the trash is flawed. It's only a matter of time, Tails. Have faith. It's as they say, once man's trash is another man's treasure. Ha 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 ha. Blank, blank, blank. I think Tails is ignoring me. He knows I'm right. You know, if they're going to make it empty, they need to draw the thing empty. Maybe there's something hidden underneath it or actually inside of it that we have to look to later. Arcade machine. Clearly, we won't be able to give the game Super Monkey Ball a try. Aw man, they broke it. Those monsters. You need to respect the arcade cabinet. Do we think it broke out when the train sped up? The damages look more to be caused from punches. Who could have done that? Bet you it was Knuckles. Probably punched him. What are you two looking at me for? Smashed Arcade is added to your inventory. I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Knuckles and find out what really happened. Yeah, I think he got angry. So the cups are in our inventory. Oh, hey, I just realized this glass. Breathtaking views. This train passes by some incredible sights. I'm just happy to be traveling at a normal speed. I get nauseous pretty easy. I have to avoid things like roller coasters. Same thing with me. I don't mind roller coasters, though I find myself running on the tracks more than I do riding in the carts. I'll never understand this friend group. I got severe nausea once on a roller coaster. Never fully recovered. Okay, just up to you then, cowboy. I thought I told you to leave me alone. I like your hat. Knuckles, are you blushing? I said, leave me alone. It doesn't look like he's used to being complimented. Did you just adjust your hat a bit so we could see it better? I said, leave! Yeah, he really likes his hat. Can I take your order? Not hungry. Well, if you ever are, let me know, won't you? Sure, like a butler of sorts, right? Come on, Sllim Shady, you're not a butler. Tell him that. Yeah, like a butler. Excellent. Thank you, butler. Dang it. Yeah, you're welcome, cowboy. Okay, let's start the interrogation. Knuckles, Sllim Shady and I need to determine what you were doing during the hour the murder took place. I already told you, buzz off. You're not getting anything out of me. Thankfully, we don't need you to say much. What happened here is pretty obvious. It is? We have evidence too. We do? Sllim Shady, just take a good look at our inventory. What was distracting Knuckles during the time Sonic was murdered? It was obviously the arcade game. The arcade machine, huh? What makes you think I touched it? Well, you do have a giant fist and a giant hole in the glass. And you're also short-tempered. I'm guessing you couldn't beat the high score, so you just took your rage out on that poor machine. You monster. I respect the cabinet. No matter how angry I am, I never ever break the glass or cause damage. I have respect. You don't. This isn't a tough one, Knuckles. Knuckles, you clearly touched the arcade machine because... Super Monkey Ball is your favorite game. While Super Monkey Ball has adrenaline-pumping monkey ball action, this proves nothing about the current situation. May have been off the mark there. Let me try again. Hey, it probably is his favorite game. I played Super Monkey Ball 2 on the GameCube. Nice game too. The arcade cabinet is covered in punches. That's a bit obvious. What evidence do you have that the damages are punches? What are you all staring at my hands for? Knuckles, you clearly destroyed the arcade machine, but why? I needed a punching bag, and none were available to me. Just a sudden urge to punch, huh? I believe repairing the arcade machine will give us our answer. How will you... I'm on it. Sllim Shady, distract Knuckles while I fix Super Monkey Ball. Bring it on. Yeah, bring it on, cowboy. I got a lot of energy hidden up here. Woo! I'm not a butler, no. I'm a destroyer. I'll collect the rings, then knock you out. Woo. There we go. Woo! Yeah, I got an idea. Go for the throat. Well, bam! The arcade machine is fixed. No, don't look at the scores. Quick, look at the scores. I'm pulling it up now. Okay, what does this tell us? See, high score is Vector with 7501. Knuckles is in second place, down by just 1 point. Aha, he was angry he couldn't beat Vector's score. Nothing, obviously. It tells us something massive. Look at the name on the top of the list. It's Vector. He's supposed to be in the library car. The picture is beginning to be painted here. You competed with Vector to see who could get the highest score. And Vector beat you. And in frustration, you destroyed the arcade cabinet. He's punching the air in frustration. You're guessing. Where's your proof? Where's your evidence? Vector's a common name. Prove to me he was here. Now. Well, there's only one Vector because this is not a public transportation. The only people here are those who are invited by guests. And so there's only one Vector here. Unless somebody else was using the name for the cabinet. Even then, they would be using his name purposely for Vector. Not enough rings? You have nothing. Zilch. Nada. Now leave, you two. Quick, Sllim Shady. Let's try this again. Okay then, yes. I was thinking too much about the case. Just let me collect my rings. No. Dang it. Finally got it. It's tricky trying to dodge those ones. Now, Sllim Shady, what proves Vector was here with Knuckles? Okay, let's see here. Let me see here. Okay, right now the map says that Vector was right next to him. So this could potentially prove it. Ha! I knew it. You were both talking out of your bottom. Let's try again, Sllim Shady. What evidence helps prove Vector was here? Well, okay, then, well, this is a lipstick, but I don't see it being Vector's. No! I thought it was strange there was more than one cup sitting next to you. Well, you were supposed to be participating in the murder mystery game for Amy's birthday. You and Vector enjoyed some drinks, playing arcade. It's not like... It's not... I wasn't... don't tell Amy! I think we're on the right track here. It's as you say. Vector popped in at the top of the hour, wanting to play the arcade machine with me. We went back and forth trying to figure the game out, but when we did, we competed for the highest score. When he bested me, I destroyed the machine. No proof of his win. I was trying to fix the arcade cabinet before you two came in. Honest, I didn't want to be caught. And that's my story and alibi. I've already told you an abridged version of this to Amy. Boy, this friend group has a lot of pride issues. Well, that explains one of the used cups. But what of the cup with the lipstick mark? Rouge was in her too. Yep, called it. Yep, she's got the lipstick on her. Yep, and she's willing to kiss. And steal your money. But mostly steal your money. It's inconsequential, not worth mentioning. She searched around for something but failed, made fun of her game, and left. Obnoxious, that one. But you offered her a drink, apparently. Listen, I don't know why she showed up, and I've told you everything that happened before the train sped up. Are you not satisfied? Will you two relent? I'm understanding the scenario. Vector visited to play games. Rouge couldn't find something and left. Then Knuckles destroyed the machine. That all makes sense to me. Thank you for answering so many of our Actually, that's not everything, is it, Knuckles? I want to step back to something I noticed. One more name on that high score list. Doesn't make sense. Sllim Shady, can you take a look one more time? An odd name on the high score list. What is Tails talking about? Let's see here. Toast, apple, bread, Ultim, bagel, candy. So I'm guessing it's Ultim then? All the other names have a food theme, but this one. Who here goes by Ultim? You may not know Sllim Shady, but there is someone here that goes by the title. The ultimate life form. Shadow, yes. There's really someone here that goes by that? Nothing sneaks by you, does it, bud? Victor and I were struggling so much with the game, but then Shadow dropped by. So, Shadow was here too. He taught us the game and was the first to get his name on the scoreboard. Vector and I then fought to beat Shadow's score. They're both very annoying. You all immediately had to compete, huh? He gave me this before he left. Shadow told me to lock the door and to not open it for anyone. Then he left. When Vector was leaving, I locked the door behind him, saw no one else after locking the door. That's the honest truth. So when Amy came through here not too long ago, did you open the door for her? No, I think she has some sort of key too. That's right, the conductor gave her that special birthday key. Well, I have a lot of questions. What happened in the library to cause Vector to come here? Why is Shadow locking doors? And what was Rouge searching for? I don't know. They didn't tell me, even though I asked with that cowboy accent. You're gonna have to find them and ask them yourselves. Yes, we will. More information than I expected to get here, but it seems we can move on. As of right now, I believe your story, Knuckles. We'll only know for sure when we confirm things with Vector. Fair enough. The library is in the next car. I'll open the lock for you. Give whoever KO'd Sonic an earful for me, Detective Tails and Butler. I liked it better when he wasn't talking to us. Will do, Sheriff. Come on, Sllim Shady. Let's head to the library. On it. This is way more exciting than microwaving chili dogs. Sllim Shady. Coming. Detective Sllim Shady to you, cowboy. Ready to mosey down to the next car? You got it, partner. Onwards! Wonder if Vector and Espy are still here. Ooh, this looks nice. The library car. All this stuff's getting heavy. I'll dump what I don't need. Everyone's favorite journalist reporter, Amy Rose, is hot on the scoop. I'm heading out. You've been fabulously helpful. Already? Before you go, Espio and I wanted to give you your presents. My presents? You're both too sweet, thank you. Vector, it seems we have more guests. Amy, there you are. Have you found any leads yet? Oh, the detective parent needs help from the birthday girl. Ah, she knows everyone's allowed to be sassy on their birthday. This tip is just too juicy to ignore. I'll see you all around. Don't worry, Sonic. I'll be the one to avenge you, and quick. But how are you gonna leave? The door to the next car is locked. Oh, you doubt the birthday girl? The birthday girl has a master key. Yeah, they just told us that, Tails. Weren't you listening? Right. The birthday girl gets the birthday key. Of course, it's a birthday privilege. I'll solve this case before anyone else. Bye! Amy may be hasty, but she's thorough. Now what are you two doing? Looking mighty suspicious, I say. I'm the detective, so I can't be the murderer. And I'm, Sllim Shady, that's what. Here to ask if anyone's hungry. Starved? I'd kill for a chicken parmesan right now. Maybe kill isn't the right language to use right now. I'm Vector, the butcher. I'm licensed to handle raw meat. And I'm Espio, the poet. Poetry. A resonant message from the poet to reader, meant to challenge our delicate perspectives with the most rhythmic of prose. Can I hear some? Sure, Teardrops in the spring. Can you hear me sing? La 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 la, dee 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 dee. I've heard better from preschoolers. Was that it? I have more if you like. Cherry blossoms in the spring. Satisfied for now, thanks. At least he's rhyming, I suppose. Sllim Shady and I are here to establish both of your alibis. Can you walk us through what happened after Amy had everyone leave the dining car? Oh sure, it's simple. We just explained this to Amy, actually. When we were all sent off, Rouge, Blaze, Shadow, and Sonic all passed through this library car, where Amy told me and Espio to stay. I promptly picked a book off the shelf and made myself comfortable. Vector got bored, so he left to see what Knuckles was up to in the saloon car. Yep. Where was Rouge? What happened to see her lipstick stain on a cup at the saloon car? Rouge came over to the library car, seemingly looking for something. Then she went to search the saloon car. She came back shortly after. We heard her shout, "No way!" at the brochure stand over there. But she left back the casino car before Shadow came through and locked the door. Wonder what she found. She's obviously been on the hunt for something. After Rouge left, Shadow walked through the casino car, then entered the library car and locked the door behind him. More importantly, why has Shadow been locking doors? Shadow walked through the library car to the saloon car, where Knuckles and I were playing games. He insisted on showing us up at Super Monkey Ball. I got so engrossed by the rolling monkey action, I hardly noticed when Shadow left the saloon car. I guess he walked through the library car to the casino car, again locking the door behind him. Then returned to the lounge car where he was meant to be stationed. When Vector came back, we realized Knuckles locked the door to the saloon car. We were stuck in the library car. That's when the train sped up. We were all worried about the bookshelves falling on us, but we got through it all right. We sat trapped here until Amy arrived asking questions. She's the one that told us someone murdered Sonic. And yeah, that's all that happened. With all these locked doors, it seems Vector or Espio couldn't have left the library car or the saloon car. Thank you for both of your cooperation. We're just gonna peek around, and we'll return with any questions. If you return with any meat, I'll chop it up for you. And if you'd like to be serenaded with a poem, I got you covered too. Thanks, guy. Their alibi seems solid enough, but we should still search for clues. What we're looking for is any evidence that proves what they're saying is true. We need to confirm Vector's reason for leaving his post and determine if Espio was actually in the library car reading. A tall task, but we can do it. Let's get to the bottom of this, Tails. Absolutely. Okay, where should we look? A bunch of books, a globe, more books. A chow hangs precariously from a tree branch. The large text below reads, "Hang in there." Wow, I really needed to see this. Question mark? this little child's hanging there, refusing to use his wings to fly to safety, because choosing the hard way is often the most rewarding. That's beautiful. If this child can stick it to his principles and find strength, then I can too. There's no way that there was that much thought put into this poster, right? Yeah, it looks like he can't fly because his wings are too small, and right now he's just desperate. And the hang in there is just him. You gotta hang on or else you will fall to your death. Hello, Mr. Robot. Oh, poor thing. That arm is really struggling cleaning up this car. To be fair, I wouldn't want to clean up all this mess either. Let's just leave it alone to do its thing. Yeah, probably for the best. Yes, don't go near my groin area. Trash. I bet you there's nothing in here. Something's always hidden in the trash. Let's check there. I hate to say it, but there's nothing here. I'd really thought there'd be something there. Sllim Shady, are you sad that there was nothing in the trash bin? No, I'm all right. I'm sure there'll be something hidden in the next trash bin we find. You really think so? Yeah. We just gotta stay optimistic. Yeah, okay. These trash bins hide a secret, I'm sure of it. Sllim Shady, you're pretty unconventional, but I like that. Was that supposed to be a compliment? At least this one is drawn to be empty. I don't like how the other ones clearly are not empty. Ooh, the globe. A globe of our marvelous planet. I haven't traveled around much. The islands are fun and all, but I'd love to visit some of the countries. They're a lot of fun, honestly. Plenty of wonderful people and shops. The food can't be beat either. Sounds perfect for a vacation. The conductor was talking about Spagonia, if you've ever been there. I have, actually. If you're ever visiting, be sure to stop at the university and say hi to Professor Pickle. He'll tell you everything about the area and makes one scrumptious sandwich. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. This group knows everyone and has been everywhere, haven't they? Yeah, except me. We gotta change that. I just noticed this. This looks like a glass, but there might be something underneath it. Oh, it is. Chow's Cola, or Chaos Cola. Check out our book club. Book of the month, Gone Gal. Oh, that's the one they had with the movie with, I believe it had Ben Affleck in it. Okay, that's all it does. What are these letters for? Oh, brochures. There are travel destination ideas here, like amusement parks, caverns, hotels, restaurants. Oh. Sllim Shady, look at this. There's a couple maps here. This seems to be a map of the library car. The books are categorized by genre, which are listed here. I love a good overhead map. Let's take it. Library map is added to your inventory. Should we take this brochure about a cave too? Look, there's stalactites. Nah, leave it. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Nobody shares my fondness for caves. He looks like he's sad, like he never got to go to a cave before because his parents told him no. My pity for you, Tails. Let's take a look at the map. An overhead map of the layout of the library, shelves and tables included. So I'm guessing we're right here? Well, where's the fireplace? It doesn't actually specify. Probably this. Doesn't really help us, but we need to look around more. So many books on the ground. I wish we had time to pick them all up. I sadly have no interest in picking up these books. A lot of these were knocked out by the train speeding up. But Rouge pulled a lot of these out too, searching for something. What reckless behavior. I feel sorry for the poor books. The spines are creasing. They're opening too far. This kid feels empathy for everything. If only I was like that. I really don't have empathy for much of anything. I'm guessing this door here is closed? Shadow supposedly walked through the library car before going into the saloon car. And it's unlocked too. When Shadow left the library car, he locked this door on his way out. There's gotta be a reason he's doing this. Should we make a note of it? Yeah, I do believe we should. Shadow's lock is added to your inventory. So wait, is it locked or not? We should really confirm Vector and Espio's stories before moving on to the next car. Or are you just saying that because you want to look at the books longer? Either way, we should get back to the investigation. Okay, so then it was Amy who unlocked it. Because she had the master key. Okay, then let's try this bookshelf. Wow! I wish I could stop and look at all these books. But Sonic needs me. No time to rest. Alright, let's move on then. ... Well, I mean, a little peek wouldn't hurt. He's scavenging through all the book titles excitedly. He's like a kid in a candy shop, or in this case, a genius in a train library. That's odd. I know some books have fallen out on the floor and everything, but... Every book on these shelves is in alphabetical order, but this one. It's the user's guide to the Mirage Express, the train we're currently on. Very suspicious looking book. I wonder if it's got secrets in it. Do you think someone found it on the ground and put it back? Maybe, but it is interesting. Let's make a note of this. Mirage Express manual is added to your inventory. I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Vector and Espio to find out what really happened. Okay, let me check this book out real quick. What's this bright red book? Oh, yuck. This reeks of the evil scientist Dr. Eggman. Yep, this is Dr. Eggman's autobiography and recipe book. What kind of recipes? Who cares? I wouldn't trust any books he's written. It's weird this is even here. Maybe people just appreciate an omelet. You may not be wrong. Yeah, I can appreciate a good omelet if I can only make one. Okay, who should I talk to? Vector or Espio? I'll go with Espio. Fancy a poem? How about a poem about trains? Locomotive in motion. I think I lost my lotion. The window shows the ocean. Oh wait, there's my lotion. Thanks. I actually really like that one. Huh? Can I take your order, please? I think it's good burger. I have a poem about this. My starved stomach babbled, though I ignored the grumbling tummy, for the eggs I received are scrambled when I asked for my eggs sunny. Oh wow, we don't serve any eggs on the train though. My talent is wasted on you lot. And so are those eggs. Okay, let's talk. What'll it be? Okay, can I get a poem about space? I've made it up to space with my beloved antiquate vase, but a mistake in my haste dropped the vase from my embrace, so my antique I must now replace. What caused you to drop the vase? I don't read too deeply, it's just a poem. He hasn't thought it through, has he? I don't know about that vase. You might have to get it replaced and go wash your face, you big disgrace. Alright, start the intro! So, the two of you don't believe us, eh? It's not that I don't trust either of you, but it wouldn't be a proper detective without examining the validity of your alibis. Sllim Shady and I are here to confirm two things. Why Vector left to go play games with Knuckles, and if Espio really was reading in the library car. Vector, we'll start with you. Why did you leave the library car to visit Knuckles? We're prepared to present the evidence if need... Oh, that's easy. I got bored. Huh? Who? What? I wasn't entertaining him enough, it seems. Vector enjoys being social. Plus, we were instructed to mingle. I remember the arcade machine in the saloon car, so figured I'd check it out. This seems to line up with the information we gathered with Knuckles. And that brings our attention to you, Espio. Rouge entered the library car, found something, then left. You said you immediately started reading, but were you actually reading the entire time you were in the library car? Of course he was. Once Espio starts reading, he doesn't stop till it's done. I've seen it happen. It must have been a good read. What was the book? Espio doesn't owe you that, detective. Let the man live. What if it was embarrassing? What kind of things do you think I read? If you won't talk, I have a hunch on what that book might be. Sllim Shady, could you help me out? Alright, Sllim Shady. What book do you think Espio may have been reading? Probably one on poetry, or how to cook omelets. Exhaustive manual, this might be it. A manual? You think Espio was reading instructions? What argument could you possibly have to support this? Well, it seems to be the only thing here that doesn't involve omelets, or vases, or terrible poetry. So maybe he was reading it, just to cover himself. I mean, if he likes poetry, he can always read Walt Whitman, or Edgar Allan Poe, William Shakespeare. There's a lot of places you could go for good literature. Dodge that. Yay! There are books scattered around the floor for sure, but the remaining books on the shelves are all in alphabetical order. All except this manual, meaning someone, at the very least, picked the manual up and put it back in the incorrect place. That's the face of guilt. This lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you, Espio. Hey now, I won't you have insulting my pal like this. Calm down, Vector. I know you mean well, but I can handle myself. Apologies, Espio. A butcher and a poet. Friendship can form anywhere. That is indeed the book I was reading. The Mirage Express Manual. Trains are cool. In that case, we'd like to ask you a few questions about the manual. Sllim Shady, if you don't mind. Could you ask Espio some questions about the manual? Just flip to a page and ask away. Oh, I see. Quiz Espio about the manual to prove you read it. Which page should I quiz him on? I don't know. 97. Okay, what efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms. During events, they can perform a variety of tasks and are responsible for cleaning up trash and messes afterwards. I remember the conductor saying the train can clean itself. Though I have a feeling the train company just didn't want to hire any janitors. The robotic arms can also detect weapons or explosives being brought into the train, ensuring passenger safety. Seems like Espio aced that question. Sllim Shady hit him with another one. Okay. Which page do I choose? 231. What is the Mirage Express's cancellation policy? No refunds and you will be charged a no-show fee. This does not apply if you are over the age of 65. Gee, the person who made this rule must have been over 65. Last one, Sllim Shady. Let's see if Espio can go 3 for 3. Gotcha. Which page should I pick last? 16. What was implemented to support the conductor duties and ease general train obligations? An intelligent data processing system. It works in tandem with the conductor to assure smooth travel for guests. I remember this. The train has an autopilot, but it can't access its full suite of capabilities without the conductor present. Now, did I pass your little test? Yeah, he did. With flying colors, I admit. Totally. It's wild you were able to retain all this information so quickly. A poet's brain is often surprising. I don't know if I'd be bragging about that. You've clearly read the manual. Those answers feel far too specific to be guesses. And you both have the nerve to question my buddy like that. Don't we want to be supporting folks who read? You have to admit though, reading the entire time a murder occurred does sound a bit suspicious, even if true. But he answered all my questions so calmly. That's very impressive. No, I understand everyone's cautious attitudes. Vector was the only one to see me riding after all. My alibi is hard to substantiate, despite being the truth. Eh? Well, you definitely read through the manual, so I suppose we can... Espio, is that true? Vector was the only one to see you reading? Yes, that's correct. Problem? Frankly, I don't believe that can be true, and we have evidence to back it up. Sllim Shady? Huh? He always puts me on the spot. Okay, Slim Shady, think. We should have a piece of evidence linked to someone who also saw Espio reading. But what? Okay, then, let's see here. The map, perhaps? Not sure what you're trying to say with that. Don't waste my time. Okay, then. I was seeing that the map would somehow reveal the layout. Okay, the lock. Shadow's lock. Please, pray tell what this has to do with anything. We're up, Slim Shady. Let's get our argument together. Yes, let's think. Maybe, Espio was the one who unlocked that, not Shadow or Rouge. The plot thickens. Ooh. Boo! Da-da-da-da-da! This one's easy. Oh no! No, 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 no. Whew. Oh goodness. I recovered there at the end. Shadow walked through the library car to get to the saloon car, where he set the original high score on the arcade machine. Yeah, but I ended up beating it. It wasn't the high score long. Crocs are natural gamers. Espio said he saw Shadow enter the library car, but he's mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentions that Vector came back. When Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car, Espio was fully seated reading his book for a good while at this point. We know Shadow had to walk back through the library car when he left the saloon car. So there's absolutely no way Shadow and Espio didn't notice one another on Shadow's return trip. I mean, it was a simple slip-up. I was just, fully immersed in my book that I didn't notice Shadow. You're telling me the sound of doors opening and locking wouldn't have caused you to look up? Well, you see... I can sense Espio's desperation here. Defending the argument that he was reading the entire time isn't easy. So if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon car to lock all the doors, then at the moment, were you really in the library car at all? But how would Espio leave? Shadow locked all the doors and no one saw Espio in the saloon car. It's all a mystery, my dear Slim Shady, one that I would love for Espio to solve. You gotta believe me. That cool demeanor is vanishing. I was so involved with my book I didn't notice Shadow pass back through the library car, honest. When Vector returned, he even had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention. Yeah, I think I remember doing that. I must avenge my friend's death, so I'll ask you again, Espio. If you weren't there for Shadow to see you reading, then how did you leave the library car? I wasn't. I didn't. Why doesn't this seem right to me? Tails definitely feels like he's onto something, but I don't see it. Was Espio simply sitting reading, or did he somehow vanish to not notice Shadow's return to the library? What should I do? I'm gonna join Tails. Espio is suspicious. No, I can't interrupt Tails when he's onto something. I'll let him continue this line of questioning and... Sllim Shady, my favorite and beloved employee. Protect the passengers aboard this train. They must be taken care of. If you fail, the lawsuits will be torturous. Don't allow such an old, feeble soul to get sued. Thank you, Mr. Conductor. I have to make sure our guests are taken care of. I have to speak up. Tails? Huh? We have a piece of evidence that can answer all of our problems. All right, my fellow associate, lay it on me. What piece of evidence shows Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another? Okay, maybe this is the map. It'll show us the layout that Shadow walked a path where he couldn't be seen. Alright, now let's get my thoughts in order. Yay, 55! Ooh, this is a difficult one. Beep beep. Missed. Ooh. Ta-da. What I find to be difficult are the spikes, not the actual things that hit you. Ugh. Close on that one. The library map? Oh, I see. See the exits? They're right across from one another. A straight path. If Shadow walked down the straight path, there's a way Espio and Shadow couldn't have seen one another. Looks like you'll have to point out where exactly on the map you mean. Where could Espio have been for Shadow to not see him? So where, So if he walked a straight line, then, Perhaps here then? Not quite. For Shadow to not see Espio as he was walking through the library car, where would Espio have to have been seated? Okay then, right here? Interesting. That's where I was sitting reading my book. I can second this. When I returned from the saloon car, Espio was in the same spot. That confirms it then. You see, Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another from this spot, because a bookcase is in the way. There's no way Shadow could have seen Espio, or vice versa. It makes a lot of sense why you never mentioned Shadow's return, Espio. There's just no way you would have seen him. I'll apologize for losing my cool back there. I felt like I was grasping despite the truth. But I'm glad you all believe me now. Your alibi isn't the most airtight, but I have no further points. Thank you both for answering all of our questions. We did it! Another pair of alibis validated. Yoo-hoo! Too many locked doors to worry about, but I'm glad everything straightened itself out in the end. Well, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna crash here for a bit. These chairs are so comfy. Likewise, I could use a breather. Sadly, our work isn't done. I have plenty of questions for Rouge, and especially Shadow. Oh, it seems the door to the next car is open. Amy must have kept it open when she passed through earlier. Then that's our cue to leave. See you later, Vector and Espio. Give them heck, and if you need any meat chopped up, say the word. I'll keep my poetry sharp for you both. A murderer is on the loose, while doors keep getting locked. Tick, tick, tock goes the clock, while our heroes are in the caboose. At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident in our detective abilities. We're really doing this. Come on, Sllim Shady, let's see what's next. Coming. Yeah, we're going to see what's next in the next episode. Boy, this game is getting really good. We are really on to solving this case. Shadow seems to be the prime suspect, as he's the one walking through all the cars and locking them behind him. What is he doing? Is he trying to cover his tracks? Is he trying to pin it on somebody else? Will Espio ever learn to do poetry correctly? Find out in the next episode!